Hey guys, Rian Peterson, Sales Flow. I want to have a chat about marketing today and sales. Obviously, sales and marketing go hand in hand. And one of the things that I pick up on a daily basis with consultants and coaches and advisors is the fact that they struggle to get a system in place that would automate and bring clients to them. Now, no one actually believes that this exists. You know, a lot of people still go into social media platforms and grow their Facebook pages and hunt clients over LinkedIn with emails and mails, and it's a hunting game. And the challenge that I've got with a hunting game is the following. It's something you got to do on a day-to-day basis or week by week basis. So you got to schedule some time in your diary to either cold call clients, which a lot of people still do, and you might laugh, but there's a lot of cold calling, and I still get the comments that cold calling is successful. Absolutely, there's maybe 1% of the sales guys out there and the consultants out there that still utilize this dinosaur technique to bug people at their offices, to interrupt their meetings, to either phone them at night or to hunt them down until they actually get them on the phone and then have the elevator pitch for 30 seconds, because you literally have 30 seconds to get the attention of the client. And then there are those individuals that actually get the right kind of clients to come to them, and this is worldwide. You know, there's things that are changing in the industry of marketing and sales, and a lot of things are changing, and we underestimate the intelligence of the clients out there, and we also underestimate the amount of noise that there is out there. There's still a lot of businesses that blog, that write articles, that grow their Facebook pages, that grow their LinkedIn pages, and expect by some magical formula that when you write articles and you do enough of them and you do it weekly and you do it for 5 years, that magically clients will start appearing and signing up or picking up the phone and saying, "Oh, Rian, we love what you say, let's do business." Now, we did all of that stuff. We did it for years and years and years and tried it, and we were really good at churning out articles and connecting with people and getting likes and getting people to follow us and all those things. But you know what? The bottom line was it wasn't sustainable, and we couldn't get enough clients through the door to actually pick up the phone. So we were left with old school marketing techniques that originate from the 50s and the 60s and the 80s, and it's the things that are still taught in this day and age just because there is no better formula. Now, as you know, we changed our strategy a couple of years ago, and we just found the maturity in the system was so much better that if you implement it correctly, people actually come to you, and not just potential clients, but clients that actually want to work with you, that can afford your services, and the most important thing, that need your services, that desperately need you to solve their problem, whether or not their problem is financial or marketing or sales related or telecoms related or portfolio management related. If you get the message out in the right methodology, and you should literally just follow a 4-step process, really. And when you do this, and you can reach your entire target audience. Now, social media is very powerful when it comes to this, but you got to get the message right, and you got to present it in such a way that people associate with you, your brand, the problem you solve, look at you and say, "You know what, Rian, you are the person that can solve this problem. Let's have a conversation." And when you do that, if you've got your signature offering resolved, that you actually solve people's problems and that you transfer that message over your social platforms or your website or your landing page that you've got a video introduction or a webinar that you run that tells people what is the problem you solve, how do you solve it, what's the outcome of the problem that you solve. When you do this and you then go social media and you drive the right kind of people to that platform, you not only have a client that is interested in what you're doing, but they actually believe that you can solve their problem, and that is true. If you live by that motto of solving people's problems, and you know, we do that for our clients in the sense that if I take a client on board, what keeps me up at night is actually solving that person's challenge in getting more clients, in closing more deals, in selling higher ticket if you're a coach or a consultant. when you have that kind of commitment towards your clients, and it's not very often that people have that kind of commitment, that is the thing that keeps you up at night, and that's the thing that drives you. When you have that kind of commitment and you translate that message over your platforms and you do it right, and then you drive people to the message to say, this is what I do, this is the problem I solve. If you have this problem, let's have a short conversation. And in that call, maybe it's 20 minutes or 30 minutes, we'll discuss it, and we can decide together in a mature way, in a business conversation, whether or not we are the company that can solve their problem. Now, what takes the pressure off that salesy kind of attitude that most people have, and that pressure selling in the boiler room, is the fact that if you have enough people that reach out for you, to you on a weekly basis or a daily basis, you have no pressure in closing the deals. You only then start working with people that you can actually help and people that you want to work with. But face it, guys, if you're a coach, there's a lot of people that aren't coachable, that just don't pitch to change and are not prepared to do the work. And we used to find that in our business. We sign up people, and then 2 months down the line, they say, it's not ready for me. But it's because they're not prepared to put in the work. So when you determine that, and you've got enough people that come to you, you can pick and choose who you deal with. And you only deal with serious individuals that actually have the money to spend. And if the problem that you solve is serious enough, people will find the money to spend. And don't solve the problem over a 12-month period if you can solve it in 30 days. Go out, solve the problems for the people, and get the results. And when you do this, you get a lot more clients that come to you to say, hey, Ryan, really, I heard from Tony or from John that you guys are really good at doing this. Let's work together. So guys, there's a change in the marketplace, and I want everyone to start realizing that just hunting clients until you close the deal and boxing them in is not really the way to do it in 2018. There's strategies in place, and there's platforms that is available to us that you can reach the clients at the comfort of their homes. You can have a marketing plan implemented that's 24/7, and let's call it your elevator pitch that you had back in the 80s, and not a salesy pitch. But you can put that on autopilot and then drive the right kind of people to pick up the phone and say, listen, John, listen, Rian, let's have a conversation. I've seen this of you. I've seen the video. I've watched the webinar, and what you do makes sense to me. Tell me how you do it, and tell me the nitty-gritty, and how do we go forward in this. So all I want the message to come across is that there's new ways that we can interact with clients. We should really, really consider stopping selling and that pushy sales. And whether you're a telecoms company, or whether you are an insurance broker, or a business advisor or coach, there's easier strategies that you can implement to actually deal with people on a much more mature level and get the right kind of clients to come to you and have conversations. Cheers, guys. I hope that was helpful.